Hey guys, Dark Skywolf coming at you with another Minecraft Through the Ages SMP video. This is episode 25. I've done some AFKing. I've got like 90 levels, so we're gonna do some enchanting today. You'll have to excuse me, I've been sick for the past couple of days, so my voice might be a little rough as I'm just recovering, but I needed to go ahead and start getting this recorded for this week so I could get it ready to go out on Friday. Again, I hope y'all are having a great day. I'm having a pretty fantastic day. Today, we are going to enchant what we can. I'm kind of going to show you what I've got going on here. So I found these two spawners. Y'all saw me last episode doing that. And I've kind of adjusted this a little bit to make it more efficient. I've basically done water sources all the way along that back wall. And then I've done one water source in each corner. And then broke that block in the middle, so it continues to push the zombies down into this trough. They didn't fall down this hole and meet the skeletons there. And same thing with skeleton, it's the exact same on them as well, so same water layout. This is basically where I AFK, so this version of Minecraft's a little weird. You have to be like pretty close to the spawners to activate them, like within like, I think it's 16 blocks or something. So I have to be, like, super close to activate them. So I just kind of, like, wait here, and then, let them kind of collect. And then once I've done that for quite a while, jump down this hole, and then I have this kill chamber. This drops them down, so they only have 1 health when they get here, no matter what weapon I'm using. So if I hit that, he automatically dies. I have found that if I use a bow, it uses less stamina. So I can just sit here, basically just fire the bow until I clear out the chamber. And even though it doesn't look like the arrows are getting through, you can see every once in a while they do turn an enemy red, means he's dying. So it is getting through, even though sometimes, like I said, it doesn't look like it. And then once we kind of finish that up, we just kind of come in here in the corner, we can collect all the XP, collect all the resources. But if you notice, I killed like 7 or 8 with the bow, and now my stamina didn't like change at all. But now that I'm going to start killing them with my fists, my stamina should decrease quite rapidly. As you can see, I'm already down a bar and a half. So yeah, definitely doesn't use as much stamina running a bow. So that's kind of a neat trick I found about this version of Minecraft. But there we go, and of course we're 90 levels, so we're not getting like too much XP because we're already such high level. And then when I just want to turn this off, I just break this block out. There's lava right there that flows, and then if anything happens to spawn, it kills them. And then if I kind of come up here back to our original kill chamber, we have our enchanter. So here we are. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some enchants on these things. So you can see I got a pretty good bow. It's power 4 and punch 2. I've used up all my diamonds to kind of create all the tools. I actually need to go mining for some diamonds because I need another pickaxe. But we are going to, I think we're going to enchant shovel, a sword, and let's see if we can get feather falling on our boots. That'd be awesome. Alright, blast protection 4 and feather falling 4. Not too bad. Now for the sword. Bane of Arthropods, Fire Aspect 2, and Knockback. So not terrible. I would have liked Unbreaking, but that's not bad. And then for the shovel, we got Unbreaking 3. So not a good roll there. But that's all 30 levels. But yeah, so today's in this episode, we're going to build some more buildings. I'm planning to do the building around the hold on, let me just block this off real quick. Alright. What I was saying is I'm planning to do the build around the enchanter over in the village. So let's go ahead, jump through the nether, and head to the village over there. I've just kind of, while I've been collecting XP, just kind of making this nice and neat, kind of organizing things to some aspect. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. But yeah. Organizing. Enchanting. Gathering levels. Pull their pigment. So yeah, I don't know what all is going to be in this episode, but I know for one, we're going to build this house around the enchanter. This is going to be one of the small houses that I've been talking about for this village. There's still a lot to do in this village, so like we are still a long ways off, and we still have to figure out how to spawn withers as well as blazes easily, so I'll probably take some time and I'll take some time and start like clearing out the nether fortress. I have started doing a little bit, but again, I don't know what the conditions are to make enemies spawn. But here's the house we're going to be working on. Again, it's one of our smaller houses. But let me go ahead and gather some resources, and we will jump into it. But I just wanted to do that enchanting with you guys. Just kind of show you the updated spawner. And yeah, again, let's get some resources, and I'll be back here shortly. Hey guys, I'm back. I got my resources to start on this smaller house. This is just a pathway, so I'm going to just kind of break this down a little bit. I did do some testing. It doesn't look like Fortune works on the clay blocks, unfortunately. So that was kind of unfortunate, and kind of the whole reason I was waiting to mine all those clay blocks. But I have Fortune 3 on this shovel. And yeah, it didn't work. So, but basically, this is a small house. Same base block, of course. We'll probably have a window in there. The door, of course, is going to be in the front here. With these, we're actually going to do them more round, since we're going to have the mushrooms, spoiler alert, coming in. I think having some round, smaller houses is going to be alright. We are going to use half slab bricks, because I think it's going to save on resources. And yeah, it's basically just your typical, like, roundhouse. We're going to start by placing the roof blocks all the way here. There are going to be a couple variants. This is just the first variant. And then we're going to come, back around with a little bit of an overlay. Just like so. I'm going to start by just doing the corners right now. And then we're going to look at this. So I think I want at least one block all the way around. We're going to do a very small slope on this roof, because we don't want it getting like too big. We don't want the roof to overpower the build itself. So let's jump down and see kind of how that looks. It's not terrible. I think I need to come out one more block, though, all the way around. So we are going to do that first. Another reason for this, it'll give us more to detail with, because we'll have a little bit more overhang to work with. Yeah, I like that feeling a lot better. And then I think we're gonna go ahead and basically make sure we have one block all the way around and raise this up by a half block. I do not want to break that one, actually. I need to grab that block, because, like I said, bricks are kind of expensive now. Since Fortune doesn't work, they are a little expensive. Right, let me jump down and grab that real quick. Where'd it go? There it is. Ooh, alright. So, again, we're just going to go one block all the way around. Same like we did below. And then let's do another one here. Bring this all the way around. It's going to work out perfect, actually. Actually, I probably need to... Or we could put a window in there, like make a little... Nah, we're gonna leave it. Alright, I'm just gonna put this there temporarily so I can re-break that. There we go. Alright, cool. So yep, there's our small house, at least the base of the small house. I'm gonna go ahead and clear this. I'm actually gonna have to terraform this a little bit, but I'm just gonna clear this away from the house for right now. Don't worry about terraforming. That'll be like its own separate episode altogether, probably. Alright, so... can put that there. I think it's fine to have the small windows on this house. Again, we're going to do our little trick where we texturize this with some stairs and some sands. Alright, first thing we're going to do is going to place an upside down stair where the door's going. It's going to be a little tricky, but we can make this work. So like here, I'll probably put 2 steps reverse just to get this a little bit more definition on these smaller builds. And then I think the same thing here. We'll put an upside down stair to kind of frame out that window. Oh yeah, it's looking pretty good. And then let's go through and add a little bit of sand around. Ooh, not there. Also got to figure out lighting for this build. Again, we're not going to go overboard on the sand. We're just going to place a little bit here and there. Let me go sleep real quick so I don't get blown up by a creeper. Alright, let's see. A couple more sand blocks and we will be set. Since these are smaller houses, I am just doing like single blocks of sand instead of doing my typical like clusters. If you do clusters on a small build like this, it kind of becomes overpowering in my opinion. So probably with like these smaller builds, you can go with a less dense accent block. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Okay. Now we are going to keep kind of the same style with detailing this. So we're going to use the same roof. And we're going to continue to use the iron bars, of course. Except this time, instead of using the nether, we are going to use the oak fences. And then let's see. So let's go ahead and do an oak fence here. Go ahead and do that. That's a little weird, but we can actually bring this out one more block, and I think that'll look fine. This is going to add a little bit of interest to the build. People will look at me like, oh, wait, something looks different here. It's not, like, symmetrical or anything, which is fine. And then I think I want to maybe add some, like, bracers around, but not, like, everywhere. That's too close, I think, to that one. So we'll just keep the top one there. This is a little taller, so we could get away with a 2 break here. Yeah. And then let's just do one more down low here. This might change when we get to, like, texturizing and terraforming. I'm not sure yet. And temporarily, we are just going to put a torch in here. But I will figure out a more permanent light solution down the road. Let's grab our door as well as a spruce block. I've got more here somewhere. There we go. And don't worry, we're gonna make these paths look great. I'm just not there yet. We're gonna do the same trick here. Oh, of course, I knew that sand would get in my way. Hold up. Let's move the sand up one block. I always do that. Like, I put a sand block like right above where a button's going, and then every time I like switch the button or break it, I have to reset the sand. But yeah, here we go. Eventually we are going to like put some type of block under there to where you don't see the dirt when you look down there to hit the button. You see some other block. Same idea here with the path. I'm just going to do one block in front right now because I actually don't know how this path is going to connect up. But there we go. Enchanter all set up. I'll probably come through and add some bookshelves in here. I will also probably take the oak, since we are accenting this in oak, and do like a reverse ceiling so you don't see the holes in the ceiling, because I don't want to waste more bricks, because like I said, they're kind of expensive. So let's just get a couple of stairs. Let's do 12. Get some half slabs, because we might need them to make sure everything flows nicely. Alright, is that? Yeah, that's the bottom there. So I think we're going to take advantage of the fact that stairs actually connect and turn in this version of Minecraft. They didn't do that on the last version. Alrighty, looking good so far. Grab a couple more half slabs. I'm using wood buttons on those because they last longer. The door stays open a little bit longer than if you use the stone buttons. Alright, ceiling's going to be a little dark, but that's fine. Instead, we're going to have a more permanent light source, but let's just put that there for now. That should keep everything from being spawnable. Now, do we want to connect this up all the way? Is that going to look good? Yeah, I think we will take these out, though, and put upside-down steps. And we could come back with bookshelves and put them on those blocks to make it flow better. That's not bad. I need something here. It's a little plain. You know what? Let's do like a chair in this one corner. And let's put actually no, let's do the chair in the other corner, and we'll put a table in that corner. So let me go grab pressure plates. I don't need that arrow because I do have an infinite bow. Oh, haha. So funny thing, I didn't realize this version. And correct me if I'm wrong, but in this version of Minecraft, you can actually have a bow with flame and infinity. And I think in newer versions of Minecraft, you can only have one or the other. You can't have both. So we need to make sure we keep this bow somewhere. I probably need to actually name it. I've got 15 levels. Oh, I'm not going to be able to. Okay, never mind. I'm going to have to get levels first. But yeah, I think we definitely need to name it, because like I said, I think in newer versions of Minecraft, you actually can't get a flame and an infinity bow at the same time. It has to be one or the other. But nice. So that is kind of our small house, at least one version. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually make another one here. It's gonna be a slightly different style than that one. We're actually gonna make like an oval shape with this guy. Just to, again, bring a variance into the builds. Alright, now with this one, we're actually going to mix up the roof a little bit. We're actually going to try to do like a slanted and a hip roof. Just, again, to add interest and variation to the build. And like I said, bricks are kind of expensive. So, we're gonna have to go craft some more. That's why I am mostly using half slabs. Oh, I could have just used the 63. It's fine. Now we want to make sure we have at least one block all the way around again. So it's going to have the same kind of parameters as the other guy. It's just an oval shape with a mixture of a hip roof and an A-frame roof. So first thing I'm going to do is, again, just start with the one block all the way around, and then I'll adjust it as necessary. Oop, oop. Nice. The good thing about the way this finished is it's not spawnable block on the top, but I am going to change that. So I think we need to go up one more to make it symmetrical. Wait, I messed up somewhere. Hold up. Where'd I mess up at? Don't worry, we're not done yet. We still got something we need to do. Oh, there we go. That should be up one, which means this would come back a block. There we go. Alright, cool. So let me go sleep, and then we will check out what this build looks like. Alright, slept. So we are good to start looking at this. So yeah, this looks pretty good. Again, it just adds a little bit of interest, a little bit of variation to the building, to the village. The next step we're going to do is go ahead and grab our oak, and we're just going to come in here. And we're actually going to bust these two out. And don't worry, we're going to put them back on the top, so it doesn't look weird. But we are going to add kind of like a... Like, we got the birch as the accents there, we're going to use the oak as the accent here. And then, since the path's kind of coming to this side, I think we're going to make the front door, like, here, and I think we're going to do a double door. I do want to make sure I don't leave any blocks laying around. Yep, can't waste them. Come on now. Give me my block back. Oh, that wasn't even the reason it was blocked. Whoops. Back. Did I get it? I think it gave... Okay. That's weird. Excuse me. Alright, and we are going to make this a little thicker right here. We're going to put like a ridge on this to kind of cover up that oak. And let's jump down. See how that looks. That looks pretty good, actually. Yeah, I think we're just going to leave it like that. Is that creeper? Yep. Alright, next step, we're going to add the details. Let me get those in, and I will kind of show y'all the finished product. I don't know what's going to go in this house just yet, but we will figure something out. But hold on, hang tight, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I am back. I finished this last miniature build, or mini house. I did a little bit of manipulation here. So I added kind of this front porch onto this guy, so you kind of know which way's the front. So that added this nice kind of porch entryway, and I made it unsymmetrical, so I basically put another block there. So that's going to make it even bigger on the inside, and we can actually get rid of this block here. Haven't done the inside yet. That's going to come later, because I don't know what's going in this house yet. I just wanted to get the house up. And then we did, of course, the A-frame, where the roof hood, like fence or whatever, they're done out of this oak. Kind of separated off. And then we did a back porch on this guy. I think most of these houses are going to have back porches. And I don't know if we're going to connect the back porches up or just like run hedges around them and make them like privacy areas. I haven't decided on that yet. Those are the ideas. And then we added kind of these support structures in some of the corners. Some of them are 1 tall, some are 2 tall, just to add some variation in the build. We did kind of a mini porch on this back section here. And I don't know if I'll like continue that patio out or just leave it small like that. I haven't thought that through yet. Come inside, nothing done, but we've got 2 windows on either side. The doors are aligned, so that hopefully doesn't mess up. That still gives us all this space to like put stuff on both sides, so I can worry about doors. But yeah, so that's kind of another version of the small houses. And I don't know, there's going to be, like I said, I think about 6 or 7 small houses in this build. I think I got 5 laid out so far. But I think there's going to be, like, probably not being, like, 6 or 7. Because we are actually going to move villagers over here. So I want them to have houses where they can stay and be safe with the iron door so that enemies can't break the doors down and eat up the villagers. So that's why I don't know, there's an undetermined amount of these small houses going by, but there are only going to be, I think, 4 of these big houses. That, I think, is going to stay constant. So, that is the small houses, and that was the kind of building with dark part of this video. I don't know how long this video's getting to be, but I think the next step we're going to do is I need to come through here and just kind of finish terraforming this and like breaking all this sand out. Now remember, there is going to be some type of natural foliage barrier here, so you can't actually see the ocean until you like get out of the village. So right here is probably where you would be able to see the ocean for the first time, and then we're basically going to loop a path that goes over to our Elk Valley and then eventually to Sandy Ridge. But we've done quite a lot. I do need to add some details here, so I'm going to go grab some of the detail parts. Grab some pots for one. I'll just start with probably 2 pots. I also need some redstone torches. They're here somewhere. Hey there. About to say, I know they're here somewhere. Alright, we're gonna do, I think, some of these guys, and some ferns, possibly. So I actually probably don't need this, actually. Probably need to save that for more bricks later. Alright, let's go ahead and empty this out. Okay, we've got 3. There's another one in here, right? Yeah. Alright, I don't think we're going to need all these, but let's see. So I think first thing we want to do, since this doesn't really have anything on the front porch, I think we want to add one here. And I am going to add a red one there. Alright, I'm going to probably just start with that. I'll put one there too. And I think we'll put one there. Since this is kind of a front porch, I think it should have one. Maybe actually 2. Now let's do them both as ferns. And then we got that one there. So yeah, I think that works. Hey guys, I'm back. We just finished with these 2 small houses using the brick tones. I wanted to bring y'all in and kind of show you what I did before we end the episode. But I built this one. This actually, I didn't have a plan for this house, but I did turn it into something, which I will show y'all here in just a second. It's an oval shape to give some variation in the builds. You just saw a sneak peek of what's in there. But a nice thing about this build is you got the sandstone base, you got all like the sand to kind of break it up a little bit on these full walls. Got a nice little overhanging porch here, some decorations on the outside. I did this thing on the top here as well, where I used red wool to kind of texturize the roof a little bit. Like I said, in this version of Minecraft, it's a little hard to texturize because there's not too many blocks to deal with, but I thought this worked pretty well. The tricky part was just you had to put it on full blocks. But I think it turned out pretty good, and I am liking it so far. And then we built this guy over here. This was the first one that we did together. Just a little circle build, in case y'all don't remember that. Actually come back at y'all. This is Thursday, and I've had this episode recorded since Monday. I actually recorded everything on Monday, but I couldn't think of what song to do for the music with dark, and that took me a lot of time to think about. But I came up with a good one. I think y'all are going to enjoy it. But before we go into that, just going to walk you in and kind of show you everything. This is, of course, our enchanter. Nice potted plant here. We got a chest with some enchanting things, some enchanted items that are about to break, some books, enchanted sword that I was just messing around with when I was trying to get some different enchants for my diamond stuff. Got some redstone torches in here to keep it lit up, but keep it dark as well. This is a full level 30 enchant. I don't think I've got anything to show you that, but it is. Ammo right here, so we can combine things if we need to. A nice, neat trick I did with this is I actually hid crafting tables above these torches. So if I need to craft something while I'm in here, I can just right-click that, and you don't even know it's there, because the bottom of a crafting table looks like the oak wood I'm using everywhere. Of course, we did the cyan or light blue wool for that, so that was pretty nice. This one became kind of my nether fortress kind of thing, so I moved the portal in here. I also added a little nether wart farm here, so we can start doing some potion stuff. I'm actually going to harvest this because it is ready. It's not much yield, but it's enough, especially if you do it quite regularly. I got a bunch of stuff here for enchanting. Like I said, there's one more thing I want to add to this build, and that is a brewer. So we can start making ourselves some potions, and I'm actually going to put that right there, so when you look inside the window, you can see the brewing stand. You're like, oh, that's exactly what that is. A couple of potted mushroom plants, so these are like ingredients we are growing for enchanting. I did a black wool here, just to mix it up a bit. I thought with the purple and the red color would be too much, so I went with a black instead. So yeah, the Scarlet Forest is coming along quite nicely. I'm enjoying this build, actually, and we haven't even got to the landscaping part, which is probably going to be next episode. We will see. I might do some nether fortress stuff next episode, though. I haven't quite decided, but stay tuned for that. But anyways, y'all know what time it is. It's time for Music with Dark. And today's band goes out to everyone out there who's been, like, told their whole life they've been told something, and it's kind of drained into their brains that no matter what they do, that's all they're ever going to be, or all they're ever going to do, or that's the destiny they're headed to, or whatnot, or whatnot. So I'm here to tell y'all that you don't have to listen to what other people say. We all make our own destiny. Sometimes we're dealt different cards, but we just make the best of them, and we just keep moving forward. If we focus ourselves on the heavens, we will always find our way. But today's song is Unbreakable by Fireflight. So Fireflight's a pretty common band. They're a rock band with Christian undertones, which are pretty neat. They got good messages in most of their songs, actually. So if you're looking for a good rock band, it's kind of more alternative, I'd say, than rock, but it's like heavy metal, maybe. More so, or metal. Maybe not heavy metal, just metal. But yep, so yeah, Unbreakable by Firefly. So I hope you guys enjoy them. I hope you'll check them out. Again, I will put a link to the Spotify playlist that has every song I've ever proposed to you guys on this series. That's on Spotify, so I will leave that link down in the description. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. This is Dark Skywolf, and I'm signing off for the day. I hope y'all have a great night, a great weekend. And I am so excited for this series. I want to thank y'all so much for all the support. And I'm just glad y'all are here for this ride. Anyways, if you enjoy this content, consider subscribing with notifications on.